guys, so today is Monday, May 8th, and I'm waiting for the phone call from the Akio 3 p.m. counseling for grief. I'm waiting for them to call any minute now, you guys, so I wanted to definitely hit record and record this process, because also at the same exact time that I'm waiting for this phone call to happen, there's other things happening, and I almost can't even take it, you guys. I just almost had a nervous breakdown in the car. And I'm just a little overwhelmed right now. There it is. I'm going to put it on speaker. Hello?
Hi, Carla. This is Matt here from the Eco Scraps. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I was calling in regards to the financial planning service and the meeting that Julie set up for us today.
Yeah.
Time to get started?
Yes, perfect timing to get started. I knew that you were calling first, which is the better decision to talk to you first, you know, and kind of let you know where I'm at.
You're working through a lot, Bruce. I would say one of the things that I think you paid into Social Security.
Oh, yeah.
Years,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
and you've been married for 9 years.
No, we've been married for only 5, but we were been together for 9 years almost.
Oh, so you've been there for...
We've been, what do you call that?
Get a Social Security survivor benefit. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. I guess that's what it's called.
That would be when you're age 60.
Okay.
So, if you don't remarry before you turn age 60, right, then you have the ability to collect on Robert's survivor benefit.
I always wondered how that works.
And I think you have some time before you're going to be eligible for those benefits.
Yeah.
And right now I know that the local Social Security offices, like if you ask for them to calculate a survivor benefit, you're not within like a year or so of getting survivor benefits. They say we'll call you back.
Right.
You start your own Social Security sort of account and so forth, you're still not going to be able to see that information.
Right.
But when you get closer to that period of time, that's when they're going to run those estimates.
I see. Right, I figured. Gotcha.
That's how your savings and build a further looking plan.
Yes.
Which then may tie into what you plan to do in terms of your estate plan. It might be updating your will. Right? It might be to discuss a little bit about updating your beneficiary designation and things. So I'm going to put together sort of what I call, it's sort of a checklist. It's what I call a personalized financial plan. Sort of the starting point here.
Yes.
The first parts of it will be review, Rose, because it's mainly things that talk to probate, company benefits, things that you really have handled at this point. And then we'll move over into your plan and give you some suggestions in terms of what we'll be working on going forward.
Okay.
State plan will be towards the end. One of the things I want you to think about here is besides the 401k plan and the employee stock purchase plan and building that emergency fund for yourself, I want you to think about maybe building a backup emergency fund.
Okay.
And that's something, and getting some tax advantages while you do that. Because all that interest that you generate from the money markets, or say you start using some CDs to get a little bit more interest, well, taxable. Right? Sam takes his piece before we get ours. Well, one of the things that you can do, maybe outside of the 401k plan, if you want to put some additional money aside for the long-term goals, maybe along with sort of what you're doing for the 401k plan, is to set up a Roth IRA.
Oh, yeah.
And you can set that up with any institution you want to work with. It might be easy to use Fidelity since you already have a 401k.
I had a Roth IRA with Voya before.
Well, I think that's something, the good thing about Roth IRA is that you can always go into what you've contributed in that Roth IRA and pull it back out without any taxes or penalties.
I work with such an amazing company with Amazon. Honestly, they've been so incredibly supportive, and just the resources and the tools that I have available to me, including, now how do you pronounce it? Is it a Keo or a Creo?
Eco.
What is it?
You can really get rid of ACO. You can call it Goldman Sachs. We've been a Goldman Sachs company for close to 20 years.
Golden Sachs?
ACO, Goldman Sachs.
Goldman Sachs. Okay.
So we're the biggest bank on Wall Street.
Okay.
And we come from the executive counseling world. That's where ECO comes from. ECO used to work with managers of Fortune 1000 companies.
I see.
Their investing, their taxes, their financial planning, and we've sort of expanded these services so that we can take care of the entire company if needed.
I see.
So that's why Amazon contracts us specifically for survivor support. We've never worked with any of their executive counseling, but they like what we do in the survivor support well.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm so grateful for that.
If
So
you have any positive feedback that you want to pass along to them,
yeah,
I would say if anything, Rose, it's an awareness issue. You know,
yes.
I would say a lot of individuals aren't aware of the bevy of benefits that they have. The positive feedback that we can send along to Amazon to share with other employees,
the better.
Really, it helps expands that all the way around.
Absolutely, I agree.
If you don't mind, I'll be sending through some surveys to you.
Oh, I went in Friday, and it's just been very weird because I'm the type of employee that shows up on time every single day. I'm early. I'm a manager up there. I'm a process assistant. I'm promoting, continuing to grow and expand with the company, and so I don't miss work. And even when I could leave at any given time for Robert's condition with the FML and everything, the leave of absence I'm on and stuff. So. But he never really ever needed me to come home. Like, if he texted me and told me to come home, I would. But, like, literally, he was good until he wasn't, how I explained to you. So I was always at work. So I haven't been to work since April 8th. So I went on Friday for, 4 to 6 or whatever, or 2 to 6. And it felt so weird. Just, I can't even explain it. Everything is different. Like, my whole life has changed, and I thought, well, let me go into work because it's the one thing that is still normal to me, and it's not normal.
Right.
And the senior OM has been absolutely amazing and supportive, and he's like, if you need anything at all, do not hesitate to come up and tell me. I do not want you working. Don't go to your desk because you're he's telling me not to work, and I'm like, I'm a hard worker. Like, I bust my butt, and they know it. And so just to get that positive feedback and support telling me not to work, and it felt weird. I can't even explain it. It's like almost I'm having like an outer body experience with all of this. I go to work, nothing's normal there, and I was hoping it would be. And I don't do I take time off, more time off? I don't even know what to do with myself. It's
going to take some time. And I think it's okay to step away from the norm. And I know your norm is
work.
It's work.
Yeah, right. I can't even function there.
But try to give yourself some time. And there's no timeline here at the end of the day.
Right.
Everybody's different in that regard. Somebody to talk to while you're going through a big transition.
Yeah.
I'm here to handle any financial or legal side of things. You got a support system there.
Right.
It sounds like you got a good work family as well.
I do. So, I really do have a great team.
When you can.
I have a great team.
If you need anything, I'm here as well.
I appreciate everything, and I'll be talking to you soon. So.
Looking forward to the discussion.
Me too. So much.
Have a cup of tea or something else, and just relax a little bit. Close the books for the day.
Yeah.
Wake up tomorrow, and we'll work on what we got to work on. And if anything comes up, just let me know.
Thank you so much for everything. I look forward to continuing to work with you. Help me to grow and invest the best financially and be the best person that I can be and make the best financial investments and decisions moving forward and as I grow older. So I'm just grateful for that.
We're making a good team, Rose. I'm looking forward to our discussions.
Same here. Well, as you guys got some clips of that, I'm talking to a financial advisor, and that is the Akio, which is also known as Goldman Sachs, which is the biggest bank on Wall Street. All thanks to my job at Amazon, helping me to navigate my healing journey and my grieving process and just everything that has been getting thrown at me left and right since I've lost Robert. And it's a lot. There's a lot going on. I am extremely overwhelmed, but also very blessed at the same time. And it's crazy, you guys. So I know I have you guys at a really, really weird angle right now, but I'm trying to vlog real quick while driving, and my mount that holds my camera just broke in the car, so that's great. But I just wanted to check in real quick. Today is technically Monday, May 8th today, and I got up, took a shower, got up pretty early today. I managed to get I think I went to bed at 3:30, so 3:30 to 8. So almost 5 hours of sleep, which is good for me since I just don't really sleep that much anymore. 5 hours I will gladly take, so I managed to get a decent amount of rest, and now I'm on my way right now to actually go get a pedicure. So I have not had a pedicure done on my feet since my wedding day. which was 6/16/18. So 5 years ago was the last time I had a pedicure done. So like, yeah, your girl needs to get one. My feet hurt. I'm always on my feet at work all day long. So I figured, why not take advantage and treat myself to a nice little pedicure, take care of myself, try to do some self-care stuff. And yeah, so I'll pop back in and once I get in there. Her crusty ass feet, but they're about to look so much better when she's done, so. Fixing my nail now. A little bit of me time here. So I just realized I forgot to show you guys the finished result to my feet. My pedicure that I got done today. Now mind you, I haven't had a pedicure done since the day me and Robert got married, which was in 2018. So yeah, it's been 5 years, you guys. And look, I do notice I chipped one right there. Do you see that? I already chipped one. But she did a good job because I actually lost so close on my feet right now. I'm actually proud of that because I actually lost both big toes like over the years, like, and had to grow them back entirely. Like whole legit toenail gone. This one I busted and I broke the toe and shattered the bone in 9 different places at work at Amazon. A battery fell on it, so it's why it's like jaggedy, but she did a really good job on my feet. And I feel the main reason I did it was the callousness underneath because I'm on my feet, 10 hours a day at Amazon, but that is kind of bugging me. But that's just because my toenails are so beat up, like the big toenails. They've come a long way. And we did them this color because of how I gotta like take some kind of vitamins or something. Like these ones are all healthy, but like these ones are not. They did never grow back the same. You can kind of tell, but there's the finished result, and I already chipped one, so that kind of sucks. But I wanted to show you guys that. Well, you guys, I gotta say it has been quite the day today. My vlogs are about to be all over the place because one minute I'm meaning to check in and it's the morning time and I want to read my book, and then the next minute, somebody's on their way over, or a nephew or my son or something, and then it's the whole day goes by and I haven't been able to check in. And like I'm filming pieces of the day and segments and things of what's been going on, but then I want to try to start each day reading from this book. And here we are. It is now technically Tuesday morning. I know I checked in and said Monday morning. It's Monday morning. Let me read today's verse and let's see if I did. I did not. So that's what we're doing right now. I cannot forget my mother. She is my bridge. When I needed to get across, she steadied herself long enough for me to run across safely. When we were born children and something went wrong, most of us ran to our mothers. Our mothers kissed away the hurt and made everything better. They weren't perfect, no one is, but often more than anyone else in the whole world, they actively loved us. Now we're expecting a kind of hurt that our moms can't heal. For some of us, our mothers have died and become a source of our grief. For others, our mothers are no longer integral parts of our daily lives. My own mother died 5 years ago after a several-year-long struggle with dementia. Sometimes when I miss her, I still like to remember the days when I was a child and she made everything better. In those precious memories, I am immersed in knowing that I was loved beyond measure. What more could I ask for? I remember my mother, father, or other grown-ups who loved me when I was a child, and I can take refuge in these memories. Now see, and I can resonate with that, and I can relate to this because I also lost both of my parents at a very young age, and I was an orphan basically by the time I was 24. So something also that I share a bond with RJ, who is Robert's son. His life is pretty parallel to mine, actually, growing up in a sense of loss. So I lost my mother at 15, and I found her from an accidental overdose, and RJ also lost his mother at 15 and found her. And then 10 years later or whatnot, I lost my dad from cancer, liver cancer, and it was stage 4, and they gave him 2 months to live, and he lived 45 days and died. So really, really fast, aggressive cancer. And then now here RJ is with his dad, and cancer that took him in 18 months. And except for it ravished his whole body, and he fought so hard. Like, my dad didn't even want treatments or nothing. He didn't even try to fight it. Like, Robert wanted to live, and that's what makes it more harder and more just unfair, because he wanted to live and he fought it and went to chemo and radiation and all these things to try to stay in the quality of his life. And it was cut so short, and they were the same age, 54 years old. My dad and his dad, 54 years old. So I can definitely resonate and relate about remembering childhood moments with those that I've lost parent-wise and stuff when you're younger, and I've lost it's been so long ago. My dad passed in 2009, and it's 2023 now, so it's been a long time, and it's the same with RJ. He's such a good kid, and he's lost both of his parents already, but yeah, he's got a baby on the way. He's got life to celebrate, and I get to be a grandmother and spoil the baby, and that's a blessing in itself. So today was a very emotionally roller coastery day, as it's been basically since we've lost Robert. Every day is a new obstacle for me, a new challenge. Every day, I don't know how I'm going to feel, if I'm going to be all consumed by my grief, or if it's going to ease up just a little and allow me a little bit of happiness that day. I do feel like today it allowed me a little bit of happiness, but it was very overwhelming still, nonetheless. It's just so bittersweet because I just want my husband back, and I just miss him so much, and life will never be the same without him. Like, my life is forever changed, and I don't know how many times I'm going to repeat this in this vlog, but it's probably going to be a lot because it's what I'm going through, and it's the feelings that I'm feeling. And in order for me to try to do everything different than I've done before with all the other losses, I really have to be vulnerable and put myself out here and communicate and talk about this experience, because I am an addict first, and an addict in recovery. And as an addict, all I want to do is isolate and self-medicate, and that's all I know how to do, is to numb that pain. So this is why I wanted to start this whole vlogging journey to begin with, to just see if it will help me to truly heal and possibly grieve in a healthy manner. And so far it seems to be working. And again, with the resources that I have readily available to me for the next 12 months, which is another reason why I wanted to vlog for the next 12 months doing so, through my job. Like, my job is absolutely supportive, and I could not ask for a better team to work for and a better company to represent than Amazon, because if it wasn't for them, then Robert would have never gotten even the best care that I could have possibly ever given him throughout his entire diagnosis. They have the best insurance there, Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's just bittersweet. So I had that appointment today at 3 o'clock. There'll be some snips of that in this video as well. I'm just going to try to throw these together to the best of my ability, you guys. I don't know how messy the vlogs are going to be. I don't know if they're going to make sense, but I'm hitting record every time I feel grief and pain and sorrow, and I'm trying to remember to hit record. And I'm going to plan to get a smaller vlogging camera so I don't have to use my phone when I don't have my big camera with me to vlog for you guys. And right now, it's literally just one day at a time. Sometimes it's one moment at a time. And, sometimes the grief will hit me in like the hardest waves. And I can't remember one day from the next sometimes, and I'm not sleeping right. But I do know this. Today I managed to eat. I ate a lot today. I went and got a Big Mac from McDonald's, some French fries, snacking around on chips and cookies and stuff like that today. So today's really the first day that I've ate like decent since we've lost Robert. We lost him on April 15th, so it's been a while that I've really actually ate. I did have the 3 o'clock appointment today with the survivor support financial expert, and he was very, very helpful. Very, very, very helpful as far as any assets and like the business being dissolved because there's no money in the business bank account, and helping me to navigate like our 2022 taxes. I had to put an extension on those, and I have to go file those with my accountant still next week by myself, and if I should file married separately now and all of that. So very, very helpful, and I have him readily available to me for the next year as well. And I am going to take full on advantage of all of his knowledge when it comes to any kind of financial anything when it comes to losing a spouse, because especially when you were married and you guys built a life together and have assets and things of value that you need to protect for that person that's no longer here no more, or to see if things are going to go through probate court and how much debt did he have, and is his debt going to affect me as a person in the long run in my future, and just hospital bills and his child support situation and all of these things. He was so very helpful on, and I took notes and I got an email, and we talked about savings accounts and emergency funds, which I have savings and emergency funds, and also high yield savings accounts. And it's a lot, you guys. Looking into debt and stuff. Married, filed separately this year when I do the taxes, and emergency funds and my IRA and my 401k and stuff like that. And other than that, I went and got a pedicure done. There'll be some snips of that, and I don't know how I'm going to throw these videos together, you guys, but I'm exhausted right now, and it's like 2:30. I've been managing to get like 5 hours. I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so I went to bed at like 3:30 and woke up at 8. It's definitely more sleep than I've been getting. I was only sleeping every other night. Now I am kind of sleeping every night, even if it's just 4 to 5 hours. And I'm worried for Wednesday because I'm deciding on if I'm going to go back to work on Wednesday or not, if that's the right move. So many questions, so many things go through my mind right now because it is still early on and the dust hasn't settled yet. And I don't know if I'm ready for it to settle. Because when the dust settles, then what? Then everything is done, everything's taken care of, and I move on. I forget about him and find happiness again. It is so hard for me to look at right now. So I'm literally just trying to process this one day, one moment at a time. And I'm so glad that you guys are interested in being a part of this journey with me. Definitely make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And until my next video, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you soon.